Indonesia, officially the Republic of Indonesia, is a country in Southeast Asia and Oceania between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. The country is a large archipelago comprising over 17,000 islands and an enormous population of more than 275 million people. Hello, and welcome back to our channel Future Planet. In today's video, we are going to talk about Jakarta's insane city of the future in 2040. But before we continue, just take a moment to subscribe to our channel Future Planet for more amazing videos just like this one. And with that, hold on to your shoes because you will be surprised as to what the city of Jakarta can offer. Indonesia has an ambitious future development plan to develop its economy and promote export trade, which is yet to be fully put into effect. Indonesia will continue its efforts to implement its strategic plan for 2040, which will continue to be the cornerstone of the government's development efforts. The country will need to build around 20 more cities in the next decade to support its population, which is growing by 8% annually. Indonesia is also planning to move its capital from Jakarta in Java to a new city named Nusantara in East Kalimantan, on the island of Borneo. Indonesia's future cities are expected to be smart, resilient, and green, with multiple goals such as improving quality of life by improving people's access to health services and education, increasing access to high-quality jobs, and mitigating the impact of urban expansion on the environment. The government will need to increase spending, build new roads, and expand public transportation to build new cities. Indonesia's parliament has approved a bill to relocate the nation's capital from Jakarta to a jungled area of Kalimantan in Borneo Island. The new state capital law, which provides a legal framework for President Joko Widodo's ambitious $32 billion mega project, stipulates how capital development will be funded and governed. After the bill passed, the planning minister Suharto Manoarfa said, "The new capital has a central function and is a symbol of the identity of the nation, as well as a new center of economic gravity. New capital city will be named Nusantara, which means archipelago in Javanese. Nusantara is supposed to be a clean, green, high-tech utopia." In a press conference, Indonesian Finance Minister Sri Mulyani stated that the new name, Nusantara, had been selected from more than 80 options, and was chosen because it reflected Indonesia's geography and was iconic internationally. Jakarta is currently experiencing a massive increase in the resident population. It is heavily polluted, congested with traffic, and prone to flooding and earthquakes. Congestion is estimated to cost the economy $6.5 billion a year. According to the World Economic Forum, Jakarta sits on the swampy ground near the sea, making it especially prone to flooding. It is one of the fastest sinking cities on Earth. The city has been dropping into the Java Sea at an alarming rate due to the over-extraction of groundwater. The idea of moving the capital has been around since independence, with former Sukarno planning to move the capital to Palangkaraya in Kalimantan in the 1950s. President Widodo proposed the latest push to move the capital shortly after winning his second term in 2019. Kalimantan, about 2,000 kilometers away from Jakarta, is the Indonesian part of the island of Borneo, which is also shared with Malaysia and Brunei. Despite the move, most of Jakarta's nearly 10 million inhabitants are expected to remain in the city, as it is projected to remain the country's commercial and financial center. President of Indonesia, Joko Widodo, said in a television speech, "The location is very strategic. It's in the center of Indonesia and close to urban areas. The burden Jakarta is holding right now is too heavy as the center of governance, business, financial trade, and services." Work was supposed to start in the city in 2020, but then the COVID-19 pandemic happened. The project was put on hold. The relocation will have 5 phases of development. The project's first phase is scheduled to start at the end of 2022 and run until 2024, with development extending to 2045. It would cost $32.7 billion, of which 19% will come from the state budget, and the rest will be funded by cooperation between the government and business entities from the private sector. This price tag includes new government offices and housing for about 1.5 million civil servants. Nusantara is envisioned as a green and smart global city that will be developed in stages. The city will cover about 56,180 hectares in East Kalimantan province. The massive project is part of President Widodo's vision for Indonesia to escape the middle-income trap, join the ranks of developed nations, and achieve the zero-carbon pledge by 2060 made last year. President Widodo told Mandiri Investment Forum 2022, The program to develop the capital city in East Kalimantan is an important part of transformation. He further added, "We'll use the capital, Nusantara, as a showcase of that transformation, be it in regard to the environment, ways of work, economic basis, technology, as well as better quality health services and education." A computer-generated plan of the new capital released this year shows a futuristic, well-connected city, with modern public transport powered by solar and wind energy, and surrounded by nature and lush rainforests. Indonesia has limited resources, and the long-term development roadmap will require a constant effort to build the economy. Over the past few months, the Indonesian government has been intensively wooing potential investors to finance the construction of its new capital, Nusantara. Indonesian Finance Minister Sri Mulyani Indrawati explained recently that foreign investors had two options for investment schemes involving projects in Nusantara. The ministers told reporters, "First, the investors can join us shareholders. Second, the investors can be creditors and only lend us money. All future investors are free to choose any of the options they think that can benefit them the most." Indrawati stressed that foreign investors are important to Nusantara because Indonesia could not cover all the costs involved with its state budget. She said, "Our state budget will mainly go to infrastructure construction, such as bridges and roads." The Indonesian investment minister spoke with Singaporean Trade and Industry Minister in Jakarta about possible investments from Singapore to develop smart cities, green industry, and digital economy in Nusantara. Indonesian officials said that they had already approached Saudi Arabia, and hopefully Saudi Arabia will invest a very large amount. The owner of Arsari Group recently announced that Arsari wishes to participate in the new capital's development. He mentioned a potential $330 million clean water procurement project and plans to develop a 19,000 hectare wildlife sanctuary. The Ministry of Finance has announced that the state assets in Jakarta, such as buildings owned by Indonesia's 34 ministries and the State Palace, are planned to be leased to finance the building of Nusantara. According to the Director of General State Assets at the Indonesian Ministry of Finance, assets owned by the central government in Jakarta were worth around $108 billion. Authorities say that because Jakarta will remain Indonesia's economic capital, buildings owned by the central government that have previously been the workplaces of thousands of civil servants would not be empty or abandoned. Mr. Sudarwan told the ABC, "We are optimizing the assets in Jakarta so that we can get funds to develop the new capital city. We don't always have to sell them." Nusantara would follow in the footsteps of new capitals in other countries, notably Brazil and Myanmar. The government said, "It will strengthen supply chains and place Indonesia in a more strategic position in world trade routes, investment flows, and technological innovation." Southeast Asia's largest economy has envisioned the new capital as a low-carbon super hub that will support pharmaceutical, health, and technological sectors and promote sustainable growth beyond Java Island. President Widodo highlights that the most important thing for him is developing what he calls a new civilization, meaning a new lifestyle model. People will become accustomed to living with patterns of environmentally friendly activity. The plan seeks for a more centralized and balanced national management, the construction of a new system, and the establishment of new work and cultural patterns. So, with that, our video has come to an end here. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel Future Planet and hit the bell icon for more intriguing content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.